Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan. Got my gamer glasses on. We're about to talk some mess about this Avengers game, losing 96% of all of its players. But before we get into that, a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
You are caught in the middle of an epic struggle that's raged for thousands of years. You're going to be fighting noble kings and dark wizards, uncover prophecies, curses, betrayals, and meet more than 12 warring factions. Now, guys, I've told you a lot about this, and during the live stream on Twitch, I remember the times when my father would roll the dice and play those Dungeons and Dragons type of games. This is basically it for the new age. I am loving Raid Shadow Legends. This is awesome. Make sure to use my links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC while I tell you just a little bit more about it. Factions! Raid has 16 different factions such as orcs, dwarves, undead hordes, and many, many more. It must have been Destiny. I don't know what it is, but I went with the High Elves myself. That was the first champion that was given to me, even though she got eaten by a giant dragon in the test run. But I don't know what it is. It's just something about me. I like the elegance of the way, I like the range that they give. And now that I think about it, when it comes to Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, Amber from Genshin Impact, now currently Laura from Tomb Raider, I think I have a type.
Oh god, I have a type.
Oh my. So that was my experience in the first couple of moments of Raid Shadow Legends, and what I did like about it while explaining about the different factions, I do see the pros and cons. Ultimately, I went with High Elves, but I encourage other people to experiment with the kind of crit rates and stats that really would help you go beyond and such. I am just a sucker for the arrows and nice bodies and things like that, but obviously there's probably going to be better champions out there that you could choose, though at the same time what I do like about it is the fact that you are rewarded, very similar to the gacha system. When you are rewarded new champions, you can actually recycle some of those champions and power up your particular favorite one. So it goes back to what a lot of people are saying. Even if you don't really have a strong champion in the beginning, you can actually build them up with the right build, with the right deck. You can go much, much further. So overall, that's exactly what I like about Raid Shadow Legends, is that it really gets you in the beginning. The tutorial is quick-paced and very easy to comprehend. It's very much similar to the very similar PvP type arena battles. And as a lot of you followers have already pointed out, Raid Shadow Legends is kind of the introductory system to a lot of people on the whole idea of a gacha system or pay-to-play sort of idea, but not in the negative sense as other games have kind of glorified and such. I do like the idea that you can just essentially just enjoy this game without really feeling the struggle of needing to pay to win. You can do the whole farming situation and get your XP up there, and it doesn't really feel like much of a drag. The other thing I do enjoy the most is the fact that you can essentially put this on sort of autopilot if you want to. You build your crew, you let them go have their battle, go eat a sandwich, and you come back and you win. So the farming doesn't feel as draining. I like the idea that this is somewhat of the same aspect of a mobile game, but blown up, and I love the fact that it comes with ultra-wide monitor support here, and the fact that it's displayed in a 21:9 ratio seamlessly without changing anything. That is a big plus on my behalf. And of course, one of the things that I cannot go without mentioning here is the fact that the new champions that are coming out and all the new updates for the games, they are constantly updating this game. Some of this concept art for some of these new champions are amazing. I really obviously like the look of the female women in this sort of game, but I also do like the bigger bruisers, kind of Planet Hulk-ish type of dude. So I'm really kind of curious to see what's going to be happening with the next couple of updates that come out. I cannot wait for this. So finally, support my channel by downloading the RSL using my links below. And if you're a new player, you can actually get an exclusive welcome pack that contains 50,000 silver, 50 gems, 5 mystery shards, 1 energy refill, 1 day XP boost, 1 clan boss key, and a free awesome champion, Executioner. Look at this cool champion you'll get for free. Now you gotta act fast on this because you're gonna find these extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only.
Thank you very much, Raid Shadow Legends. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the grit of the video of why you came here. You want to hear about Marvel's Avengers, and we're gonna do a reaction to Kate Bishop War Table, I believe. But first and foremost, I've been wanting to talk about this. This was actually made a lot of controversy on my channel, on the community page of the YouTube channel, and that is the fact that Marvel's Avengers reportedly lost 96% of players since launch. Oh my god. This is coming courtesy of Screen Rant and a few other places. It's been reported that Marvel's Avengers have lost 96% of player count on PC since its September launch. You know what? But okay, well, let me just read what they have to say first. The game got decently favorable reviews when it launched, but immediately flagged afterward. The game's live service content wasn't engaging enough, so to keep players hooked, only a month after the game launched, it began to lose players fast. Marvel's Avengers have been plagued with difficulties, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know exactly. Yeah, it wasn't, though. And then the PS4 favoritism peaked in perhaps the biggest controversy yet when it was announced that beloved hero Spider-Man would be introduced post-launch, but only in PS4 games of the game due to Sony's ownership of the character. So, but it sucks. Let me give you my short answer of that, though, is the fact that, one, the game is boring. Once you play the story was actually really good. The voice acting was really good. But once you beat it, the main game, there's just nothing else to do, and there's not really a lot of incentive. A lot of people are trying to defend this game. And they're like, that's the way Destiny is. That's the way these kind of games are with drops and but it just doesn't have enough to like keep anybody interested. So I don't blame 96% of people to stop playing. There's so many better games on a PC that you could be playing, like Raid Shadow Legends. Which you can definitely use my code to go ahead and get yourself some nice goodies and such. But I'm joking, but at the same time, that's actually a really good point, is the fact that there are serviceable games on PC that are much better and more engaging. That don't come to mind right now. Not Warzone, Warframe, Genshin Impact is a great gacha style game, but just the idea of what they're trying to charge for. First, you got to buy the game. Let's be clear on something. Avengers is a $60 game. All right. Raid Shadow Legends is free. Genshin Impact free. Warframe free. They're all free-to-play games, but this Avengers game is a paid game that acts like, for the most part, acts like a free-to-play game, but you're still paying for it. And if you want like an avatar, or if you just want some sort of animation, it costs $5, $5 to $10 for cosmetic goods, and that's it. That's it. So that's one of the biggest issues I think that most PC players look at it. They're like, nah, we good. And then for the PlayStation players, I'd love to see the numbers on that. But all that being said, we finally get some information. We finally get some stuff coming out here. Let's take a look. They just dropped something recently. Kate Bishop, I believe, is there's a new trailer. Warframe. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's go. Get us back in the game. Get us back in the game. Looks better than the game. Yeah.
Welcome to a special Marvel's Avengers War Table Deep Dive, a new format that focuses on one topic, and today that's our first new hero of Season 1.
Because that's all they got. That's all they got to talk about.
Millions of you have started on this journey with us.
And millions of you have left. Nah, I'm talking way too much shit, man. This is exactly why Akasan doesn't get those sponsorships, huh? Only Raid Shadow Legends believes in Akasan. Let's go.
Prized many of you with her disarming sincerity, going from fangirl to Avenger. The initial story of Kamala reassembling the Avengers is the foundation for all our content to come, which continues our world story with new heroes and story experiences at no additional cost.
All right.
Season 1 kicks off with Kate Bishop, Operation Taking Aim, which will be available December 8th. Kate's operation is the first new chapter in Season 1 of the Avengers Initiative. After coming back together and standing up to AIM, the first battle was won, but the war is far from over. The new leader of AIM has far-reaching plans, and that story continues with Kate Bishop in Operation Taking Aim.
Okay.
Better come back, all right?
I'll try, but if I don't...
Nope, not having that conversation.
You know we thought you were dead. Nobody heard from you.
It's a bridge through time.
Nobody heard from you and nobody mentioned you in the main game, but okay.
Nobody's been foolish enough to actually try it.
I'm not giving up on my friend.
Katie?
We're talking about time collapsing in on itself, eventually tear reality apart.
Ooh, okay. I have so many questions. But I like the energy, so let's just turn this thing on before I overthink it.
Did you not just hear me say tearing reality apart?
We're gonna go
Wow.
get Clint out of the wrong timeline, cut Monica off from her future self.
Simple. I like it.
That's still messing with time. That might work.
You know, the one thing about this game that is just so good is the voice acting. The voice acting is just phenomenal in this game. It's just a shame that the final production just fell apart. But yeah, the story is actually really cool. And the performances from all the voice actors, phenomenal cast.
We have one shot at this.
Great, let's go get Hawkeye.
Wow.
You
Wow.
understand. I agreed to this.
What?
Whoa. Okay. I like how they actually did try to make it like a movie cinematic type of deal, because Lord knows we're not getting any Marvel movies this year.
Operations are new story experiences that can feature new playable heroes, villains, biomes, and more. We planned from the beginning to build an interconnected narrative that unfolds and evolves as we release new content. Operations feature beats of new story that work together to form an arc, like a run of comics or episodes in a season of a show. Kate's operation comes with her own story and unique rewards that you can only get in Taking Aim. In Taking Aim, Kate is searching for her mentor, Hawkeye.
Oh!
Along the
I just got that. Taking Aim. Yeah.
way, she discovers a conspiracy involving Commander Nick Fury, time travel, and a frightening new enemy, the Super Adaptoid.
Oh.
Super
Oh, wow.
Adaptoid was originally introduced in Tales of Suspense number 84. It has a cosmic origin and is programmed to defeat Captain America by copying the abilities of the Avengers. In Marvel's Avengers, it has all of the Avengers' powers and is considered an Omega-level threat in the tougher, multiplayer-only version of the Super Adaptoid boss fight. Our
see.
Kate Bishop is voiced by Ashley Birch, best known for her roles as Tiny Tina in Borderlands 2 and 3, Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn,
Hey!
in Life is Strange. We are so excited to welcome Ashley to the cast.
Holy shit!
What took you so long? Fighting robots? Ha! Me too. Oh,
I like Aloy. Sweet!
Kate learned much of what she knows from Clint, so that's reflected in her kit. But she has her own heroics and finishers and intrinsics. Kate Bishop is a world-class archer and an adept swordswoman. With repurposed aim tech, she uses quantum energy to power a unique set of special abilities.
Wow.
Her intrinsic attacks teleport to the enemy and deal increased sword damage.
I'm not gonna lie, the fact that it's the same voice actress as Aloy makes this all that better, because I feel like in some way I'm playing Aloy from the multiverse still. I'm down with that. The bows and yeah.
While her blink skills let her double jump, air dash, and traverse ledges via short-range
Wow.
teleportation.
Wow. Yeah, this
Kate
sounds
can parry
cool,
enemies
man.
with quantum shift, teleporting away from the attack and striking from behind. As a master archer, Kate has a wide variety of bow skills, each with upgrades that can be unlocked. For starters, her razor arrows can be fired in a rapid 3-shot ranged combo, or can be fired with perfect timing for bonus damage. You can fire multiple arrows at the same time with scattershot arrows, which is handy for crowd control or for doling out damage to enemies close up. Explosive arrows are great for staggering enemies and breaking through their defenses. And don't forget,
Okay.
smokescreen arrows do high stun damage to anything inside the cloud of smoke.
Cool.
Kate's heroics are unique to her and fit her personality to a T. Decoy is Kate's support heroic, and it is one of our favorites. It spawns a hologram replica of her that shoots arrows of quantum energy at targets to distract them. After Image lets you swap places with a decoy, and self-destruct remote detonates the decoy to trigger a large burst of quantum damage.
Boom.
Her Warp Arrow Assault Heroic allows her to teleport over long distances.
Kinda also
while
reminds me
triggering
of
a large
Apex
quantum
Legends
explosion
for
that
some
lifts
reason,
enemies
like
into the
third-person
air
view.
on her arrival.
Of what's her name?
Wormhole is an upgrade option for Warp
Quake-
Arrow that creates portals
Quake.
allies can use to quickly teleport across the battlefield to join
That
you.
is cool.
The ultimate heroic Quantum Overdrive provides unlimited intrinsic energy, empowering her bow so she can fire quantum energy arrows with explosive results.
What is
Kate
that
also
outfit?
has a host of quick and agile sword strikes to deal with enemies that foolishly venture within striking distance. As you can see, Kate has a plentiful arsenal at her disposal to wreck shop on aim. And then some.
Interesting how we're actually playing Hawkeye.
Every new hero
like,
comes with a ton
we're-
of cosmetics, including emotes, costumes,
Wow.
takedowns, and
It
name
looks like
tags.
Mockingbird.
Many of these can be earned through gameplay, but players can also purchase certain cosmetics for their favorite heroes.
No, thank you.
Once you complete Kate's story, you can jump into a late-game version of Kate's final mission to test your skills and earn even better rewards. Before we go, here's a quick look at what's coming after Kate. Hawkeye, Operation Future Imperfect.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait, we're
Clint's
getting.
story picks up after the conclusion of
Okay.
Kate's operation and brings
Okay.
us face to face with a distant future where all hope is lost.
Oh wow.
Clint and the Operation Hawkeye Future Imperfect will be available early 2021. We'll have more details, including in-depth first looks at his gameplay in the very near future.
Welcome to the end of the world.
Oh.
Season 1 of the Avengers Initiative will bring big changes, and that all starts with story. That includes Next Gen. Marvel's Avengers is coming to Next Gen consoles early 2021, and all current owners will receive a free upgrade on both platforms.
As they
Until
should.
then, your current game can be played on the new consoles, including cross-gen play, and you'll notice improved performance already with the new hardware. Our journey began with Kamala's single-player story and will grow with both Kate and Clint operations. And we have more improvements and features yet to come. We're always listening to our
Hold on,
players,
guys.
including asks for future.
I think I got a delivery. Just a moment. OG-chan with my Friday delivery. Yeah, because it's a fucking pain in the ass to have them redeliver. That's why. Oh well, this Avengers ain't that important. I gotta go online, get that shit translated, and then redo it. Alright, what is this? Oh, cool. Got my night shred. About to lose some weight while I sleep, because I'm lazy as fuck. Got some protein. Okay, they sent me some free protein as well. And crack. There's Sour Kids candy. What the fuck is this? Carotene. Yeah, I think this is legit, like, supposed to be like a energy drink. Take 1 tablespoon 30 minutes prior to working out. Well, yep. Okay. I want some crack. Take it, you stop working out. I haven't actually been keeping up with the morning streams. With the morning workouts, I do need to get back on that. As usual, you always start something and then just stop halfway through. Okay, Anime Myth, what's up? Alright, let's get back to this. Let me back it up a bit since I gotta edit this in post anyways.
Always listening to our players, including asks for future features like cross-platform play. We hear you loud.
No, you
Players, including asks for future features like
don't. You don't
cross-platform
listen
play.
to anybody.
Began with Kamala's single-player story and will grow with both Kate and Clint operations. And we have more improvements and features yet to come. We're always listening to our players, including asks for future features like cross-platform play. We hear you loud and clear.
Do you?
As always, thank you for always telling us what you think. Make sure you visit playavengers.com for our weekly blog where you can find everything from patch notes to tips and fun content that you created. Until then, we'll see you online and in the game.
Big Belly Burger. Circle Q? Okay, cool. December 8th. I was about to say, dude. That was gross. The way they were hyping that up, I was like, man. They're like talking about how that's like, I thought everything was gonna come out next year, but okay, cool. Then, no complaints. Next week, I'm down with that. I am down with that. Yeah, man. So Kamala is getting a new story. No, I don't think so. I think it's just Kate and the Hawkeye. That Hawkeye story looks kind of dope, though. I'm down with that, man. I am down with that. So it's fine. Like I said, I bought the game, so it is what it is. I think, my overall thought about this is the fact that on paper and via presentation, not always, because let's be honest, that first trailer was terrible, and some of those designs were terrible. I think the biggest problem is the fact that the hype that this game had, or the way it presents itself and the people behind it, means that it had to do big numbers. Anything else would have been considered a failure. Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics, all of that. I'm playing Tomb Raider right now, and this game is amazing. This game is great. Like, I'm kicking myself for not actually getting on board the whole Tomb Raider reboot when it first came out, but now I have a badass monitor to really enjoy it. So I'm loving it right now. But I think that's one of the biggest problems is just the fact that the people behind it had to be big. And the way they were hyping it, I remember going to New York Comic Con and there was like a Captain America shield I mean, Captain America statue and like this, they like rented out so much space for people to play this game, and but the thing was, nothing was really popping. That was the weirdest thing. It was like everybody in the back of their mind was like, something's not popping about, like something's not clicking with this game, right? Then I end up buying the game anyways because Spider-Man, right? And I remember streaming it, and I enjoyed it, but I remember constant people like in my circle, other influencers, other YouTubers, other streamers were asking me, they're like, yo, bro, is this game good or what? Like, they can't tell. And I get it. Playing the game, I enjoyed it, but it had a lot of bugs. And unfortunately, as I mentioned in other streams and other videos before, first impressions count. So when people start seeing all of that, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. If Spider-Man PS4 came out buggy as hell, it would not be the acclaimed game that it is today. You already see now just mild changes, not even mild changes, but just using a different face going forward with the Spider-Man franchise is already getting people all uptight and shit. So I get it, and hopefully this will be something that'll that'll get people to dive back in. But I don't know, man. Like I personally just feel I can't shake this situation. I can't shake this part in the back of my mind of the fact that I think the entire mechanics need to change of this particular game. I think on paper it looks really good. On paper and in presentation, the idea is pretty cool. It just feels like it's missing something, or there's the absence of something and too much of everything else. And I think that's the biggest problem, where there's doesn't really have anything to really draw upon. Again, I don't really like the fact that you need to pay for cosmetic goods. I mean, I get it, for certain things, like, but even like going back to comparing it to like Genshin Impact, the big difference between that and Genshin Impact, because that's a really big thing. People make a lot of money from Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact made a lot of money from people whaling and things like that. But the thing was, you were trying to get particular characters that you really wanted, but you still had your own deck that you could start off with. But it didn't sort of make or break the game. It was just really depending upon what you want, like that, right? But it just seems kind of weird. Like, okay, I'm paying $10 for clothes. Just clothes. So I think there are certain mechanics of what they're trying to do. And again, Genshin is free. You can, like, you don't have to spend a dime. I have yet to spend a dime on that. Raid Shadow Legends, yet to spend a dime. But Avengers, I spent $60. So it's just something to think about. But regardless, I'm looking forward to the Kate Bishop storyline. I'm looking forward to the Hawkeye storyline. I really like the stories that's going on, but I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to come in, play that game, and then bounce again and leave, and then come back a few months later whenever they do, hopefully when they do Black Panther, and then hopefully when they bring in Spider-Man. So it doesn't really feel like there's enough of a thing. Hopefully, if I can get a team together, the proper team together, maybe it'll be a little more fun. Like, I remember when the beta first came out, and you had all these streamers talking about how it'd be so cool to team up with people. I remember Drew from Ecomog or Struggle Nation was talking about how all of us were gonna get together and start playing the game, but that never came about. So, and the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer is a good example. I love the multiplayer. I like the multiplayer more than I like the main game, actually. It's but you gotta have a team. However, Ghost of Tsushima supplies a team for you. Avengers, not so much. So, anyways, those are my thoughts about the game. Hopefully, let's see how it goes. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk real soon. Guys, make sure you hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop if you want that information on Raid Shadow Legends, my particular code to get you guys some gitties. I'll leave it in the link below. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Peace.